I have 4 generations of family that attend Living Hope, and I've taught almost all of my grandchildren. One of the things I love so much is looking down and seeing a whole row of my family. And there's just something about worshiping with your family. It's just such an incredible gift.
Having been through the ups and downs that I have, that we've had since they've been there, since they were babies, it is such a gift on Sunday morning when they all show up and they're all there, and it's just a blessing. And I think just as a mom, just to see your kids love Jesus like you do, it's a gift.
I watched my mother. She would take 5 little kids to church. She kept God in front of us all the time. But at 25, I found Jesus, and he made himself so real to me. And my husband was saved 2 weeks later. And we were young with 3 little children. And it has been such an adventure. And he has never left us, even in the hardest time when I lost a son at age 14. I didn't even want to live, but he was there. He was always there, and he brought joy in the morning. That's what Jesus was to us. We have had joy and joy and joy in the morning.
I initially wanted to be a mom so I could have this little person in my life. And I think what I've realized in the way the gospel has shaped the very way that we live is that the reason Jesus calls children a blessing is because it's a means of rescue from me.
I think one of the biggest phrases that I will always remember is, yes, Jesus will never let you go. He will never stop trying to rescue you and save you. And he will always, always be there. Sometimes I didn't want to hear it. And sometimes get the eye roll. But I really do think those are the words that you remember when you're in some of the darkest, deepest parts of your life, that sometimes you just want to
give up.
You just want to give up. You don't even want to try to get back. And then you hear your mom's voice like, oh, Jesus is here. He's holding on to you. He will not forsake you.
And I would say that what's funny is that echoes down from my mom. And every time when I felt like I couldn't, she would encourage me, like, you can do this. You can do this. And Jesus is with you. And she would pray with me. And she was at 2 or 3 in the morning there.
I think being a mom is so hard because there's so many levels of judgment or feeling like you have to be perfect all the time. And what I've learned is to have grace with my kids. They're not going to be perfect all the time, but in my reactions, they see the grace of Jesus. And I can either choose to lash out at them, or I can choose to use that grace as a learning lesson for them.
The only way that we've been able to have more grace for one another as mothers and as sisters and daughters is for Jesus to kill our pride.
Yes.
And I think within the church family, within your own family, if we want to see our children get Jesus, then it is that picture of not thinking we know everything. If someone's in a season of hardship, not looking at someone's situation and thinking that I know better how to fix it, but to just get in it with them, love them, and remind them of the gospel.